Hello, this is Liz Marie Soto, and I am recording my video for the romantic discussion board. I decided to answer question number 2. Pick a painting from this module. What are the characteristics of romanticism, and how do they work in that painting? Have you ever seen or experienced anything similar to what that painting depicts? And the painting I chose was Caspar David Friedrich's Monk by the Sea. And we are, well, by the sea. Not really the sea of Bay, but same difference. Right before sunset, it's gorgeous. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'm gonna start off with the second half. Have you seen or experienced anything similar to what the painting is depicting? Well, I mean, we're here. Just a lonesome, I'm not a monk, but just a lonesome little person by myself, just vibing by the water, just looking out into the vast infinity of life. You know, it's nice. It's nice. The beach is very nice. Oh, my notes. And now let's go on to the characteristics of romanticism and how they fit in this painting. We have passion and feelings. I personally feel it's not very passionate. It definitely has a feeling, and I feel that feeling is more melancholic and alienated, because that is actually a different characteristic of romanticism. Yeah, this is definitely very melancholic, definitely the color tones, the color tones of the painting, him being very, very tiny in this very, very big space. It's very, very alienating, very just and the mood, look at how dark that water is. It's very melancholic, just how deep the colors are, and they're very cool toned, which gives, yeah, it just gives it a very sad, melancholic feel. Another characteristic is nationalism, which I don't really think is very much represented in this painting. And then we have individualism, but this is more feeling things for yourself now that we're out of the Enlightenment. So I feel he's definitely, he is, for lack of better words, in his feels. He's just vibing. He is feeling his feelings out by the water, like I am right now. Romanticism. God, look at that sunset. It's gorgeous. The video does not do it any justice. But yeah, he's just individually, and yeah, definitely individual, because look, no one else is here. It's just him and his emotions and the open ocean. Yeah, he's just in his feelings. Freedom and anti-authority. I definitely feel this feels, I will say this feels very freedom. I feel if you could see the background of this painting, I feel this monk just lives in a little cabin by the sea, free by himself, not having to deal with all the society and stuff. It just, yeah, it definitely feels I feel he feels free in this piece, at least from my perspective. I think so. Trusting the senses. I will say, actually being out here on the beach, you definitely get the senses feeling. I get the salt water and the air and the sand between my toes, you know, and it kind of makes me really connect with the piece a lot more. Which I'm currently very much enjoying. The beach is very nice today. And I have love, fantasy, and the exotic, which the romantics wanted to live long ago and far away. I know that you say this does devolve towards the end of the romantic period into nightmares, blood, and death, but I will say this does feel this painting does feel very wanting to live long ago and far away. Is there any buildings? Is there any I mean, please, you can, if you look out at the coastline, there's a bajillion buildings on the beach. how many of the beaches out there are just covered in houses and have no nature in them anymore? This feels, you know, long ago, far away from society. Yeah, and then we have, and finally, love of nature, which obviously it's a landscape painting of nature, of the ocean. What more of a love of nature could you get? So yeah, I think that's it. And let's flip. I don't know if I can flip the camera, but no, I can't flip the camera. But let's end on this beautiful sunset, and y'all have a lovely day.